don't own a car and you only want to use one occasionally, so you rent, the amount of money you save that way, or rather, if you own a car, you waste so much money compared to renting one occasionally if you don't need one very often. Same thing with a printer. If you don't own a printer and every time you want it you just go to some company like that and pay them, you save so much money,
Right.
and stress.
Right.
If there are these companies near where you live, will do stuff. I mean,
Certainly.
I'll never ever own a printer again. You have to use it so regularly to be any use, and if this is a problem because it's not a HP cartridge and they've done something to make sure it tells you it's run out when it hasn't,
Two
you have to
things.
get the original, and they're so expensive. It's not worth it.
Well,
It
here's
isn't.
the thing, apparently, that people want to own something. The ownership is number one. So they can use anytime they wish.
But yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. If you want to use something every day, you probably need one.
Right,
You probably get a laser one if you can afford it.
right.
It's like a car though. If you want to use it every day, you need one. Otherwise, take a taxi if you're going just to the shops, heavy load. You know, if you go to the supermarket, buy as much as you can and take it home in a taxi. Otherwise, go on your bike, take a little.
Certainly, you got the second point. Not very many people like you have a PhD from a very fine university in the world.
It's not PhD. It's writing down your thoughts so you don't forget. And
Well, yes.
every time I write something down, it's you've got to.
Well, you got you got
think
to
and
make
think.
a
Use your brain.
plan ahead.
Yeah, plan and write down your thoughts and.
I agree,
If
100%.
you own a car and use it just once a week to go 10 miles, what a waste of money! It
Again,
wouldn't do a car any good.
you got to know this world don't there's plenty of foolish people actually.
Well, we know. All governments want their people to be foolish, to waste money.
No doubt.
Hey, now tell me, I've probably asked you, but I want to ask you again. If this job here, or if you had a job which you only have 2 weeks holiday, Chinese New Year plus say 1 more week, that a lot of people in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you only have 2 weeks, if your boss said to you, each year from now on, you can choose to have from 1 day up to 40 more days, that's 1 day up to 8 more weeks holiday, but unpaid. Every year you can choose 1 day or maybe 20 days or maybe the whole 40. It doesn't have to be the same each year. Generally you need to book in advance, but if you say, oh, next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd like to be free, is it possible? And they look up and say, actually it is, because we've got people, then you can do it. But generally you have to book in advance. How much on average do you think you'd have each year, extra holiday, unpaid, if you only had 2 weeks holiday? Just approximately.
This is no longer a serious conspiracy that the big corporation, the big company, they actually want everybody to consume and consume and consume.
I know that. We know that.
I call it the depletion. They deplete.
But that's not my
Profit.
question. Not my question.
They're doing this for profit.
No, but you got a job with only 2 weeks holiday, and you're given the option of another up to 8 weeks, but without pay. How much do you think you'd take? 0 up to 8 weeks.
Okay. Say again.
You got a job with just 2 weeks holiday, 1 week
Okay.
plus the Chinese New Year,
All right.
and the boss gives you an option. You can have from 1 day up to another 40 days, which is equivalent of 8 weeks holiday, but unpaid.
Okay.
You don't have to be the same each year. You can go when you like if there are people in the office.
Okay.
Better to book in advance, but on average, how much do you think extra holiday would you take, but unpaid? Depends how much you're earning, of course. course. You're a millionaire.
I don't really calculate, but...
No, but you can have a guess. I would take probably 3 weeks, sometimes more. At least three, yeah. So I'd have 5 in total, at least. I think on average. Some years maybe nothing if I'm doing research, I'm enjoying it. Sometimes if I'm tired, I take a whole 3 months off.
Well, if people they have a lot of money, what they would like to do after having money, they can't spend, even in entire life.
No.
And what they want, they want power. They want to control people.
Yeah. But anyway, the question is, you were an employee. How much extra holiday do you think you would take on top of your 2 weeks, which is very little?
It's not just economy or financial problem. It's a dominant. The rich people, the power to be, they want to control labor.
I know.
The second rate, second tier.
That's not my question now, is it?
It's probably not direct answer your question, but
no.
I told you that's the foundation, the intention they try to be.
I'm asking you, if you were offered unpaid holiday, how much would you take?
I really don't know.
No, you don't know, but it's not a quiz. It's not a right or wrong thing. It's just approximate. I would take probably 15 days on average, is my guess. Probably.
Honestly, I'm not really keen to the number, but I'm looking at it very fundamental. Why are they doing this?
No, but you...
Who are benefiting from this?
Would you be happy with just 2 weeks holiday a year? I don't think you would, unless you really enjoyed your job.
Well, in theory, this can be computed, calculated precisely.
No, I'm asking...
But that's not the...
I'm asking you how many weeks holiday you would like if all but 2 were unpaid.
It's never the case to me.
No, but you
I literally work entire year.
Well, you don't work in the holiday.
I work.
What do you mean you work?
Well, I don't really have a rest during the...
Well, what do you do?
I work all the time.
Like what?
I was studying.
Yeah, but that's not work here, is it? I'm not talking about that's your interest. Work for an employer.
Well, not necessary interest.
No, I know. I use the word work as doing housework, but I mean, no. I mean, work that